Howdy, and welcome here to episode 1 on, I think, is one of the best maps in FS22. And yes, it did come at the very end of FS22, but it is coming to FS25, and that has me even more excited about FS25 because I can't wait to see what Celobuki does with this map. Now, this is episode 1-ish. Because we did do a map tour of this map, and then we did a farm build to build out this farm and get all the equipment. And I will have a link at the very end of the video where you can go and watch the playlist for the series, and you can watch the map tour, the map build, and all the way through the episodes as we keep adding them. So you will be able to catch that at the end of this episode. Now, regarding this episode, what we're going to be focusing on is just getting food for the animals, because we do have both sheep and cows, and we got no food. So we're gonna have to mow our grass field right away, get some bales, and unfortunately we're gonna give some probably either grass, I'm thinking grass bales to the cows, at least like 1 or 2 just to keep them over until we have some more silage bales from the grass fermenting. So we're gonna get this field mowed up, and then we're gonna make some bales, get some food in for the cows and the sheep, and then we're gonna wrap a bunch of bales, and hopefully it won't take too long and we'll be able to start feeding our cows silage, because as we know in this game, grass bales does not give 100% health. Well, it doesn't give you any health really for your cows. And I do want to mention, if you are enjoying this video and this series, and also if you love this map, be sure and hit that like button. It helps out a lot. Also, comments. Let me know what you love about the map. Any ideas or suggestions you may have we can use in this series, put those down below in the comments. And as we get ready to continue with getting this field all mowed up, I did also want to mention, if you have not yet ordered FS25 and are on PC, there is a link down in the description. It'll take you over to Giants where you can get it and use the partner code Rambo, and it lets you pre-order the game, and it's at no additional cost to you, but it does help out the channel. So be sure and check that out. So with all that said, let's get this field mowed, all baled up, and get our animals fed. So this baler is part of the mod pack from Gaming Joy, and basically what it does is it has a variable width, I think is what it is, and it basically takes the base game balers and makes them have the little bit wider pickup, so you don't have, it's an awesome mod. I love it, and I do believe Gaming Joy is planning on having this come out to FS25 as fast as possible, and that makes me excited. So, I will have a link to this mod down in the comments, so be sure and go check it out because it is an amazing mod, and Gaming Joy, you hit it out of the park on this one. Now, the other thing I did want to mention too is that the dude's tractor. So I'm kind of on this little kick or bender or whatever with FS22 as we are getting ready to wrap up FS22 and go to FS25, and I'm trying different equipment in both this series and No Man's Land, particularly No Man's Land, but a little bit in this series too. And that dude's tractor seems to be having a problem with courseplay. So at some point here in this series, we're going to have to swap out that tractor because it's not making the turns at the end of each row. Like it just doesn't do it. It gets stuck or something. I don't know, but we will have to eventually swap it out, but that is going to hurt us financially. So we're going to have to make some money before we can do that. Great, we got some bales here, and as I mentioned, our animals have, well, no food. Like, they're literally starving right now. And we've been at this a couple of hours in game, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna park the baler here, go grab the bale trailer, and we're gonna pick up the bales we've made now so that we can give both the sheep and the cows some food, because they're literally starving. And yeah, we don't want to let that yeah, that's just a very bad state for our animals. We want to take care of them. And one other note here, I am getting tired of that tractor not mowing. So we're going to swap the tractors out, and the Dudes has a lot less power. So I don't know if it can pull the baler, but it should be able to pull the bale trailer. But we're going to take the front weight off the fence and get hooked up to the mowers, and I will have it continue on with doing the up and downs here on the grass field. And then we will hop into the Dudes and get these bales delivered to the animals. Alright, so we have a number of grass bales stacked up here for the sheep. So for the rest of the bales, we're going to wrap those and turn them into silage. And I think I mentioned this during the farm build, but I am not sure if this one field is going to be big enough to feed both the sheep and the cows. So at some point here pretty soon, we may have to get another field. And I have a feeling, given that we also need to replace this tractor, we may have to take out a loan at some point here soon. but we'll see. I could be wrong, but I just kind of have a feeling that we're not going to get enough feed from this one field for both the sheep and the cows. We got one full load of bells here. That should keep us going. I don't think our field is going to be big enough though for having enough to feed the animals and also make some money, because we need to make some money. Otherwise we're going to go under really fast. So we will probably have to get another field at some point here soon. But for now, we're going to head to town because I am going to swap out this tractor. We will do some haggling or something. We'll sell this one, get a different one, and maybe find some on sale. But we will pick it up in the next episode. So be sure and subscribe if you have not already, and hit that bell so you get notified so you don't miss the next video. Howdy, and welcome back to episode 2 on the Bosnia map. And I'm calling it Bosnia map because I don't want to risk mispronouncing. I think it's Vlashich, Bosnia. I'm not sure. So I'm going to go with Bosnia just to play it safe. But if you remember from the last episode, we are heading here into the dealership because we need to get a different tractor because this one does not work with courseplay. As we found in the last episode, it would go in a straight line, and then when it was time to turn, it wouldn't do the turn. It wouldn't turn around and come back. So we're going to sell it and find a small tractor here that we can use. And I'm going to be totally upfront with you. We are picking a tractor, and I have done no testing, and this is going to come back to bite us a little bit later here in the episode. Just a little hint there. Make sure you test something before you buy it. But anyways, let's get our new tractor and let's head back to the farm and find out that we probably shouldn't have gotten the one we got. And while we are heading back to the farm in the what's going to be a mistake of a purchase of a tractor, I want to say if you've been enjoying this video and this map, be sure and hit that like button. Also leave a comment, let me know what you love about the map, and it greatly helps the channel and is hugely appreciated. So right here is our first sign that this was a bad purchase, and that is you can't really steer with the bell wagon with this tractor. It is just, it don't work. So that was our first sign that this might have been a bad purchase. And we're going to have another sign here in a moment, and that is with the grass roller. We're going to find out here that when we try to use that on the field, it is also going to struggle. It does it, but it struggles greatly. So let's go find out that lesson as well, and then we're going to finish collecting the bells and getting all these silage bells put away. So here's where we realize, yeah, this is probably not the best tractor for hauling the big grass roller. And I can't really blame the tractor for that. I mean, it's a small tractor, and it's definitely probably a little on the underpowered side for, hauling that big of a grass roller. So we're going to have the Fint do this with a worker. And then while they're finishing up the headlands, we'll check on the animals, make sure we're good on food, and then I'll come back and finish off rolling this field. Just about done here rolling this grass field, and what I'm going to do is we're going to put this all away, and then we're going to move on to the month of September. Made it here to September, and all I gotta say is this map is absolutely amazing on just the scenery, the views, everything about it is just amazing. But anyways, I digress here, but look at that background. It's just amazing. Anyways, getting back to what we're doing here, we are gonna make sure the cows are all fed, and then we're gonna head into town here because the cows need some straw bales, and we don't have a way of producing straw, so we're gonna have to buy some straw, and which is I didn't really want to do, but we're going to do it because I don't have a way to, have a field for that. So let's grab our trailer, head into town, and pick up some straw bales. And on the way, we're going to enjoy the beautiful drive. Just how scenic it is there. we've made it back here at the farm, and I'm now realizing as we're doing this that I need a bale shredder. So we're going to have to get a bale shredder, and I'm going to have it delivered because I just don't want to drive into town again. I just drove into town, but we're going to have one delivered, and this will actually give us a use for that small tractor because it actually is perfect for that job. And if you have not already, be sure and subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified, because in the next episode, we are getting back to our second cut of grass on our field. But we're gonna have to battle things like rain, just rain trying to be annoying and get in the way of us mowing the grass and making more silage bales for our cows and hopefully making some money, because I do think we'll probably make some profit in the next episode. I do believe hopefully we will, and hopefully I don't spend it all as well. But be sure and hit that bell so you get notified of that episode so you don't miss it. Howdy, and welcome here to episode 3 on the amazing Bosnia map from Celobuki. Now, we're going to get a lot of stuff done on this episode because we are about ready to hit the winter months. And once that happens, we're going to be pretty much shut down until spring because, well, this map is specifically designed to have some pretty severe winters. So we need to make sure our animals are well fed, have plenty of food, make sure the cows have plenty of bedding, straw bedding. So we got a lot to get done, including getting the grass field mowed again because we want to make sure we have plenty of food for the winter months. In addition to all of that, I also want to take a load of milk into town and sell that so we can kind of get some more money in the account because we're down to $11,600, which is not very much, especially going the winter months. Now, I do think we might be able to sell some stuff during the winter months. We can battle all the snow to get into town to sell stuff, but we should have some silage bales we can sell to also add some more value. But that will probably be a couple of months out. It's probably like January, I'm guessing. But for now, let's continue on with getting this field mowed, and then we're gonna get all the animals fed, ready to go. Now, if you've been enjoying this video and this series, be sure and leave a like. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of it and any suggestions or ideas you may have. And if you're excited about this map coming to FS25, which I know won't be right away, but I'm still so excited that this map is coming to FS25. And speaking of FS25, if you have not already ordered a copy of it and you are on PC, there is a link down in the description to Giants, the maker of the game, where you can get it from them for PC, and be sure and use partner code Rambo. It's a no additional cost to you, but it does help out the channel. So I know it seems obvious, but using a small tractor to haul this baler, not smart. It's obviously underpowered for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the Fint do the baling, and I will get the small tractor hooked up to the mowers. I think this tractor will be fine for these mowers because the power requirements are a lot less on the mowers than they are for the baler. So I think we might be fine with this tractor. We're going to turn over to a worker though and see if it goes, and it's going. So yeah, so we will let a worker finish up mowing this field, and then we're going to get our baler going here and get all of this grass here baled up. So given we have a lot of sheep, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a load of grass bales that we'll put and store away for the sheep for the winter months until we can do our next cut, which our first cut in the spring is probably going to be April or May, I'm thinking. It's going to be a few months because the grass will not be growing during December, January, and February. So considering we are cutting it right before that, it's going to be probably, I think April maybe. But we want to make sure we have plenty of grass bales because we didn't currently have enough, but hopefully with that load there, we should be good. So we will finish getting the rest of this baled up, and then we're going to also do a bunch of bale wrapping. And we're going to have to kind of rush through a lot of this because there is rain in the forecast, and I want to get it all done before the rain starts. So we're gonna go ahead and grab another load of bales here for the sheep, and I'm gonna grab the grass ones first because, well, it's raining, and even though I know rain has no effect on bales, in real life you don't want to leave your bales out when it's raining unless they're wrapped. So we're gonna get these picked up, and we'll deliver these to the sheep just to make sure we have plenty of food, because I got to thinking about that. It's going to be a few months because we have well, basically the rest of this month. We have December, we have January, we have February, we have March, and at least April before we're going to be able to do another cut of grass. I'm not sure if it's going to be April or May, but one of those 2 months we're going to need basically 6 months worth of food for the sheep. So I think a second load of bales will keep us in that safe spot where we have plenty of food for the sheep. Let's get the rest of these bales picked up and put away. All right, we got all of the bales picked up, and I just wanted to check here. So we do have 5,700 liters of milk. It's about $7,000 or so. We're gonna go ahead and sell it. I know it's probably not the best time, but we really need some more money. And also, it kind of brought to light a certain little point here in that with the silage bales we got and the grass bales, we're not going to really have any extra bales to sell, and that's not good because we need to make some money, and that the milk is not going to be enough. It's not enough. So what I'm kind of thinking we need to do on this is we're going to need to get another grass field. Now we don't have the money for that, so we're going to have to do a loan. So we will have to look into that and see how much it costs and how much we need to borrow to get another field. We've made it down here to the village. We're gonna get this milk sold, and I think while we're here, we're gonna go ahead and get the tractor repaired because it's working. It's just it needs some repair work done. I did have it stall at least once while doing the field work. And this kind of brings up another little point too, is like I did mention we're going to need to get another field, and I think we will do that in the next episode because as part of that, we're going to have to take out a loan to get that field. And I think we're going to take out a little bit extra so that we can also get another somewhat powerful tractor like this one. So that way we have two tractors and we'll be able to get the field work done a lot more efficiently. So yeah, be sure and subscribe, hit that bell so you get notified of the future videos, and don't miss it as we do start with a little bit of expansion here on the farm. Howdy, and welcome here to episode 4 of our Bosnia series. And we're going to start off by getting a trailer load of wool, taking this into town, and we're going to sell it. I know it's definitely probably not the best time of the year to sell it, but we need the money because we're going to spend a lot of money in this episode. We're also going to take out a loan because, again, we're going to spend a whole bunch of money. Now, we're taking the different way into town here because I kind of realized in the map tour, I didn't show one of the most scenic parts of the map, and this is this road here coming through the forest. It is absolutely amazing. Just about everything in this map is amazing, but that road through the forest, oh my gosh, It is so beautiful. Now, up here on the left is one of the other farms I had mentioned in the map tour, and I actually kind of almost went with the map, but I'm glad I didn't because Auto Sim Crew is doing a series using that farm, and I'm going to put a link to that series down in the comments for you to go check it out. Be sure and check it out when you're done watching this video. It is a really amazing video. I am loving that series. Totally worth watching. It's awesome. So be sure and go check it out. And we're going to go ahead and get this sold here at the animal dealer, and then we're going to head over into the village to the store because we're going to sell this trailer. We're going to take out a loan. We're going to buy another trailer. We're going to buy a tractor, and we're going to buy some land. And we're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff in this episode. Now, as we're heading over here, I did want to mention maybe Monday evening, if not early Tuesday morning, I am going to be doing a bunch of live streams, and I'm doing them all throughout the week of Farming Simulator 25. So be sure and check it out. If you've not already subscribed, be sure and subscribe, hit that bell so you get notified it. And I did also want to mention in these live streams, my plan is on several of them. I'm going to make them available as multiplayer servers. So if you want to join me on the live stream and play along with me, you will be able to do that as well. Because I am really excited about the game, and because there's really no mods, this is the perfect time to do some multiplayer stuff. So hope to see you there, and hope you'll be able to join me as we check out Farming Simulator 25. So we've got our trailer purchased, and we're spending a lot of money here. Now we're gonna go ahead, and when we're done with this, we're gonna purchase a piece of land. Now it is the field right next to our farm, and it's just on the kind of lower side. And this field, I was like, this field looks awesome for many ways, but that field, because of the angles it has some kind of steep angles. It's another one of the reasons we are getting this tractor, because we're going to need tractors with some beefy horsepower. Let's just put it that way, because there is some steep angles on this field. But I was looking at the money for how much field to get and everything like that, and it seemed like the best deal of the fields available around the farm. So with this purchase, we got our field purchased. So let's head back up to the farm and check it out. We have made it back up here to the farm. We're gonna get the mowers hooked up to the fin, and we're gonna get out in that field, the new field, and get it mowed. And we're kind of on a little bit of a time crunch here because it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it is November, and that means it's gonna get dark here probably like around 6. We have about 3 hours of sunlight left. So we did a little bit of building in the fence, put some landscaping in. So I'm gonna pause time here while we do that, and then when we're done with all this, we'll get started on getting our new field all mowed. We are here in our brand new, slightly used tractor, and this thing is a beast. As you can see here, the view from this field. Oh my gosh, this is an amazing view. This is like one of the best views in Farm Sim that I have seen in FS22. Celobuki, you're a rock star. Wow. Also, the angles of this field here is the whole reason we wanted to get another tractor. As you can see, it gets a little bit steep here, and our little baby tractor wouldn't be able to really do anything on this field. So that's the whole reason we want to have two beefy tractors, or somewhat beefy tractors, is so that we would be able to handle all the work on this field.
Have I really been so crazy to think your love was mine? Serenading to see.
So I've got the headlands all belled up here. Before we turn our worker loose on belling up the rest of that, I'm going to grab the bell trailer here and get the bells from the headlands all picked up so they're out of the way. And we're going to just leave these as grass bells because it doesn't hurt to have extra bells for the sheep. It's better to have too much than not enough. And then pretty much everything after we get all of these bells picked up is going to be all silage. And the hope with all those silage bells is that since we already have, I think, more than enough food to keep our cows fed with the silage bells we already have, I'm hoping that everything else we get here will be able to be sold as profit, like just straight up sell them and hopefully make some good money from silage.
So beware of this glowing dream. Baby, don't look back to see your life drifting down the stream. See the star turn black. Morning came, darling, days will come when you're this love is your song unsung, but it's still true. No, I don't care.
Now, as the sun starts setting and gives us this most spectacular view in sunset, we're going to grab the little baby tractor here and we're going to use it for probably the only task it will be able to do on this field, and that is wrap bells, because it doesn't thankfully require too much horsepower to get the bells wrapped. So we should be able to get this done with this tractor. My plan for this is I'm going to get everything around the edges, because that is one of the things we did find was when hiring a worker through Courseplay on wrapping bells. It does fine on bells in the middle of the field, but any bells around the edge of the field or close to the perimeter will create problems for it. So we want to get everything close to the edge or around the perimeter all wrapped, and then I will turn this over to a worker to finish wrapping the rest of the bells. And if you've been enjoying this video and this series so far, be sure and hit that like button. And as I mentioned, keep an eye out on the channel because I am planning on doing some live series with FS25. I'm hoping Monday evening. Just depends on when Giants makes the game available for download, but it might not be till Tuesday morning. Either way, we're going to do a bunch of live streams with FS25 as soon as I get installed on my computer. And as I mentioned also before, my plan is to make those available as multiplayer, not all of them, but a lot of them, so that if you want to join me on the playthrough, you can. howdy, and welcome here to a freezing cold December here in Bosnia. It's snowing. There's snow on the ground. It's negative 21 degrees and it's cold, but this is kind of cool. I love it. This map has some very severe winters and I'm kind of looking forward to it, kind of loving it. But we're going to start off here on this episode with making sure our animals are all taken care of, make sure they have food, make sure the cows have bedding, get everything in ready to go, make sure animals, stay warm and are well fed. In addition, in this episode here, we're going to move along to a couple of months, and we probably will have a couple episodes in the winter time because there's a lot going on here. And winter also happens to be the best time for selling stuff, and we do have a bunch of silage to sell, so we probably will sell that either in, probably this episode. Because the winters are so severe, one of the things I want to do is I want to get another tractor and also some snow equipment, so we are ready to go for the rest of the winter and also for next year when we have going into the winter months as well. So let's get going here. And now I do also want to mention, and little spoiler alert here on this little mention is down in the description, there is a link to the final mod list and final game save for this series. Now what that means is that is for the final episode that we will have actually it's going to be episode 14, so it's 9 episodes from now, so some things will have changed on the farm, so just be aware. If you do it, you're going to have some spoilers, but that's totally fine. I want to make it available now because FS25 is, at the time this video comes out, FS25 will have been released. But I wanted to make the game save available for you now, so if you're still playing FS22, you have it available. We have a load of silage bales here, and we're gonna take these into town and hopefully make some good money. But we're gonna switch the tractors around here and use the Finn because it has the front weight, and I'm hoping that will help us a lot in traversing around because getting out of our farm is a challenge. Now, as you can see, once we get on the main roads here, it's not so bad, but still there is a lot of snow in a lot of places that we have to maneuver around. But we want to get these sold because there is a lot of money in them, and plus we need the money for, some equipment because we need to be able to maneuver around the yard, and it's a bit challenging right now. So we're gonna need to make some money so we can spend some money. And if you've been enjoying this series and this video so far and you love this map, be sure and hit a like button. Also, regarding the map, leave a comment. Let me know what is your favorite part of this map, and have you played it yet? That's another question. So yeah, let me know down in the comments, have you played it? Because I am really excited about this map, and I have actually, since I started doing this series and playing on it, I've actually discovered some things I missed that I didn't know were there, and it has me even really excited now for when it comes to FS25 because there is a really cool place on this map, and I have plans for a series on it when it finally does come for FS25, and I can't wait. So yeah, I just need to have patience now because that won't be right away, but I need FS25 to hurry up and come. I need this map to hurry up and come to FS25. So yeah, I know I'm being totally impatient, but it's just so awesome. So we've made some really good money from the silage bells, which, as we all know, silage does make good money. And I don't know if that's still the case in FS25 again. By the time this video comes out, FS25 will have been launched. However, I am recording this the week before FS25 comes out, so yeah, I don't know. But anyways, in FS22, silage bells are huge money makers, and that's an advantage to us because we're starting off with a bunch of grasslands. But anyways, getting back to what we're doing here, we're gonna get some snow equipment, i.e. a snow blower, and also I want to get a salt spreader. This is from Mark Thor's enhanced planter pack, which is an amazing mod pack. It's currently only available from his Discord, but I hope someday it will come to Giants, but I believe there's some reasons why it can't, unfortunately. But it is, I think, one of the best mod packs you can get for, especially for planting and doing stuff, because it has these, well, spreaders here, which you see on the front of the tractor. We're going to put it on the front when we get it. And the amazing thing about their spreaders is they have a 60-meter working width, which is insane. And it makes doing all the fields and everything so much easier. But let's get this loaded back up onto our trailer here, and we're going to head back to the farm and get all the snow cleaned up around the yard so we can maneuver around it. Alright, so we got our paths to get around the farmyard kind of made so we can take care of the animals, make sure they have food and, you know, everything's going well, which was the main purpose for getting this equipment, just so we could be able to do that. And it's kind of needed, you know. But we're going to finish up with getting everything put away and all of our equipment parked inside the sheds because, you know, it is winter months. We don't want to leave stuff out here, out in the open. Also, if you've not already, be sure and subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified because we are now in launch week for FS25. And that means we're going to be having well, some live streams of just checking out the maps. And also, I do have a live stream coming that's going to be a multiplayer live stream. And I pretty much open it up to everyone who wants to, like, hey, join me on the gameplay we're going to be doing. And I'm not sure which one it is at the time of recording this video, but it will be based on the survey I had on my community page where you could vote, and whatever map won on that vote is the one we're going to have the multiplayer stream on. So be sure and have your notifications turned on because you don't want to miss out on that. Howdy, and welcome here to episode 6 as we are continuing on in the freezing cold. And again, it is minus 20 and there's a lot of snow on the ground, but we got stuff to do. We got money to make. We're gonna start off with selling our milk, which means we're gonna have to trudge through the snow. Thankfully, in the last episode, we did get some snow equipment and our roads have cleared up, and it actually hasn't snowed since then a whole lot. So a lot of the roads are cleared up now, which is a huge plus and makes it a lot easier to navigate. So let's head over, get this milk sold. And if you've been enjoying this video in the series, again, be sure and hit that like button. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this map, and also what have you been enjoying in FS25 so far. Now, one thing we are going to discover here at this sell point is because of all the snow, we're a little bit too high for the trigger. So yeah, and I'm trying to find the trigger. It's there. It's just a little too high. So we're going to have to clear out some of the snow here, do a little, ground softening to get rid of it so we can sell our milk. So we've got the animals all fed, we got the plenty of bedding here for the cows, so we're going to move on to the month of March, and I believe that will be a good time to sell our wool because we do have quite a bit stockpiled. Our grass fields are not quite ready to be mowed yet. They need another month, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the month of April. got the headlands established, so we're gonna head over here to the starting point of where the up and downs go for our course play, turn it over to a worker, then we're gonna hop in our other tractor and get the baler going so we can start baling up all of that grass. So we have one load of grass bales here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these in the shed, store those for the sheep just to make sure we have plenty of grass for the sheep. And then the rest of it is all gonna be silage. I hope you've been enjoying like the first week of FS25. It's awesome. It's just so awesome. And yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what is your favorite part of FS25 and what maps are you looking forward to the most to come to FS25. I have quite a list of maps. Yeah, quite a few. And I'm hoping there a lot of the ones from FS22 will be coming. I know this map is coming. I know Alma's coming. There's some other maps like No Man's Land. I really hope that one comes because that is actually one of my favorite sandbox maps. But yeah, there are quite a few maps I'm hoping they're coming. But yeah, let me know down in the comments, what is the map you're most excited to come from modders for FS25?
Golden days drifting far away. Light is leaving town. Colors fade.
As we wrap up our bell wrapping, oh boy, I did it. I said it. Anyways, as we finish up that last bell there, we're going to switch it over to picking up all the bells and getting those put away. And if you have not yet subscribed, be sure and hit that little button there and hit the bell so you get notified of future episodes on this series, on our FS25 series, and also our other series, FS22 series, over on No Man's Land.
Summer nights, watch them go by as we fight off the cold. Holding you tight, you know just what I'm thinking. I don't want this moment to go. No, I don't want this moment to go. Let's lose track of time, darling. Stay for a little longer while I hold your time will wait. So just rest your head upon my shoulder, nothing in our way. It's colder, but the day's not over yet.
Howdy, and welcome back here for episode 7 on our Bosnia series. And we are working here on one of our grass fields. We finished up the last grass field, our first grass field, the original grass field in the last episode. Got this one all mowed. Now we're getting it all baled up. We're gonna get all of those bales wrapped and hopefully have a bunch of silage that we can turn around and sell once it ferments. And we're gonna need that money because we have a lot of plans for growing this farm. Not like huge growth, but we have some plans we want to do in this series. We want to get them done this year. So with that in mind, let's talk about again what our goals are for the series, because we're around the halfway point, I'm guessing, for this series. So let's just do a quick little refresher on the goals of what we want to achieve in this series, which is basically we want to establish a kind of small to medium size, almost like a family style farm with having cows, sheep, and pigs, and being able to grow all of our own food to feed them. Now, we don't plan on having a bunch of cows or a bunch of sheep or a bunch of pigs, just a small amount, again, to kind of have that family style run farm. So for the sheep and the cows, we're good on that. We're making enough food, plus from the other field, and this field's kind of pretty much profit. So we are good on food for those, for the sheep and the cows. That leaves the pigs. Now pigs are a bit more complicated because you have to grow several different types of crops. So we're going to have to get some more fields to be able to feed the pigs. And I want to get those fields established because we need to start growing the crops, because it does take a while. And yeah, springtime is the best time to do that, because otherwise we won't be able to have the crops till next year. So with all of that in mind, our focus for this episode is getting all of these bales wrapped, put away so they can ferment, so that come time, hopefully here within about a month or less, we'll be able to get enough money to buy some more land so we can start planting crops.
I intoxicated by your side. Nothing in the world's gonna beat this high. I've been searching.
All right, the wrapping is all done, and we have a worker out there picking up the bells, although not the most efficient way to pick up the bells. But we're going to grab the grass roller because I want to get the worker started on rolling that field. I'm looking at this tractor, and we need to fill it up with gas before we head out there. So we'll get this refilled up with gas, get it out in that field, and get a worker started on that. And then I will take over for the belling, because the worker, while they are picking up the bells, they're just not doing it in the most efficient manner.
So beware of this glowing dream. Baby, don't look back to see your life drifting down the stream.
And this is the last of the bells, and we ended up with a lot of silage bells. So everything in that shed that's well wrapped in white, those are all going to be sold and should bring in a very nice payday for us, which we're going to need because land is expensive. But with all that done, we're going to check on the animals, make sure they are good to go, and then I think we'll take a load of milk into town and get it sold. The animals are all set, and we have about 11,000 liters of milk, so we're gonna get that loaded in here, take it into town, get it sold, and make a little money in the process. Now, as we are heading into town here, I did want to mention, if you have not already ordered a copy of FS25 and you've been loving all the FS25 stuff, and it is an amazing game, by the way, down in the description, there's a link there where you can order it for PC from Giant. Just use my partner code Rambo, and it helps out the channel. It is at no additional cost to you.